Hello, magandang araw sa lahat. So welcome to episode number 11 no, for our Principles of Structural Analysis and Design past board problems. Okay. In this video, we will discuss situation 11. A rectangular footing is subjected to the following loads. You are given axial load, my dead load, and my live load. And then you are given moment about the x-axis and moment about the y-axis. So in the figure, it's already given that this is your y and your x-axis. Okay? And then, what else? So, naka-breakdown din yung mga moment in terms of dead load and live load. And then you're given the height of the field above the footing. So, ito. And you're given the depth of the footing. And then soil unit weight and concrete unit weight and the dimension. Okay, so for the dimension, sabi niya 3 meters by 2 meters. Ibig sabihin ito ay 3 meters. Ito ay 2 meters. Okay? So, ang unang tanong, calculate the maximum net soil pressure in kilopascal. Tapos find the minimum soil pressure and then the required soil bearing capacity. Okay. So, actually, ito ay application lang ng combined axial and bending na formula natin sa strength of materials para malaman natin yung maximum tsaka minimum na soil pressure. Okay? So, let's try to draw the figure in three-dimensional view. So, kunwari, ito yung, ano ba, circular yan, ano? Circular. Okay, tapos merong footing. Okay? So, kunwari, yan yung footing. Okay? Tapos, let's say, ito yung y-axis. And then, let's say, ito yung x-axis. Ayan. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, ang sukat niya dito is 2 meters. And ang sukat niya dito is 3 meters. Okay. Tapos, project natin yung ground sa baba, no? Project natin para lang maipakita. Kumbaga, ipo-project ko itong bottom niya sa ilalim. So, bali, ito yung ilalim niya, no? Kumbaga, ito yung in contact with the soil. Yeah. So, ito yung in contact with the soil. Alright, so ngayon, ang binigay sa atin is meron daw moment about the, or meron munang axial load. Ayan, may axial load. So ito yung dead load plus live load. Tawagin ko na lang siguro na P for now. Tapos meron daw moment about the x-axis. So kung ito yung x-axis, merong moment na pa ganito. Okay? Merong moment na pa ganun. So let's say, ito yun. Okay, yan yung moment about the x-axis. Tawagin natin na mx. Okay? And then, meron ding moment about the y-axis. So, ito yung y-axis. Meron namang moment na pag ganito. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, ibahin natin kulay. Itim na lang. No? So, meron tayong moment about the x-axis. I mean, the y-axis. So, pag ganyan, no? Moment about the y-axis. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, doon sa, kapag pinroject natin sa baba, ibig sabihin, doon sa cross-section natin, merong nag-a-act na concentrated load sa soil. Tapos, meron ding nag-a-act sa soil na moment about this axis. Okay? Meron ding moment about that axis. Exaggerate ko na lang. And then, meron ding moment about this axis. Ayan. No? So, yun yung moment natin na y. Ito naman yung moment natin na x. Okay, tapos ito yung p. Okay? So, well, that is just a visualization, no? Pero kung titingnan natin, yung combined action and bending formula natin, combined axial and bending. That is yung stress, no? Okay, is equal to ang sign convention natin dito is positive yung tension and negative yung compression. Okay, so we have here force over area dahil dun sa action plus yung mga bending moment. So meron tayo or plus or minus ito na. So meron tayong bending moment na mx. Okay, kapag ka ang bending mo is about x, yung measurement mo ng c is along y. Okay, tandaan nyo yun. And then, kapag ang bending natin ay y, ang dapat na sukat natin for c is along x. Ayan. Okay, so yun yung combined action in bending, no? So ngayon, kailangan natin ma-figure out saan bang portion nung footing maximum, kasi kailangan mo maximum eh. Maximum yung pressure. Okay? Hindi ba magma-maximum yung pressure dito kung lahat ng term na to is magaan? No? So kapag magaan sila. And actually, etong P over A, dahil compression naman yan, so ibig sabihin, negative lang ito. Okay? Pero itong dalawa, pwedeng mag-positive, pwedeng mag-negative. So in short, kung gusto kong makuha yung maximum stress, kailangan negative din itong dalawang. So ibig sabihin, dapat compression din sila. And ang tanong ngayon, saan ba dyan ang compression side? Okay. So isa-isay natin. Kung halimbawa na ang pinag-uusapan is yung moment about Y, okay, ito yung compression side, ito yung tension side. Kumbaga, ito yung compression side, tapos ito naman yung tension side. Okay? Kapag naman ang pinag-uusapan natin is moment about X, ito naman yun. Ito naman yung compression side, ito naman yung tension side. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, this is under compression, itong upper half. Tapos yung lower half is under tension. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, ang portion na kung saan ay parehas compression yung moment is itong portion na to. Yan yung common na puro compression yun nandyan. Okay? At isa pa, hindi ba natutunan natin na sa formulang to, habang mas malaki yung C, mas lumalaki yung stress. So, ibig sabihin, gusto kong malaman nasaan ba sa portion na to yung pinakamalaki yung C for both axes so that we can produce the maximum compressive force or compressive stress. And madali lang malaman yon kasi kung ang pinag-uusapan natin is itong moment about Y, so yung C mo dapat ito sa dulo. Tapos yung moment about X naman, yung C mo dapat itong nasa dulo din. So ibig sabihin, itong dulo na to, no, yan yung diyan mapoproduce yung maximum stress. No, maximum compressive stress. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, dyan sa corner na yan natin, tawagin natin na corner A. No? Kumbaga, sa 3D natin, ito yun. Ito yung corner na yun. Corner A. Okay? So, that means we have the stress at A. So, let's say this is number 1. The stress at A will be negative P over A minus, kasi compression din, yung mx cy over ix, and then compression din yung my cx over iy. Okay, so kumpitin muna natin siguro dito, ang P is ano lang. So hindi, guys, hindi nag-ano, no? Hindi tayo naglo-load combination kapag ang pinag-uusapan natin ay um, stress sa soil, no? Kasi pagka stress sa soil, ang pinag-uusapan natin dito is stability, hindi naman strength ng structure. So kapag naglalagay lang tayo ng load combination, kapag dinidesign na natin mismo yung footing, no, yung concrete footing. No? Dito kasi ang inaalam lang natin ano yung stress dun sa soil. At kapag ganun, wala tayong load combination. So directly i-add lang natin ito, no? So bali 580 plus 420. So P would be equal to, is that 1,000? 580 plus 420. Okay, that's 1,000. 1,000 kilonewtons. And likewise for the moment about X and the moment about Y. I-add lang natin yun. So 105 plus 45. That's 150 kilonewton meter. And then para naman sa y-axis, we have 250 na pag pinag-add 140 plus 110, 250. Ayan. Okay? So yan ngayon yung mga i-apply natin. Alright, so lagyan na natin. Stresses at A would be negative 1,000 over area. Of course, area nung ano, no? Area nung bearing area, yung contact area ng soil at nung footing, which is also yung area ng footing. So, bali ano lang, 3/2. Okay, minus, so kilopascal ito, no? Kilonewton per square meter. Minus yung mx, 150. Okay, so kapag ang moment natin is about x, natin lagay. So, ito ngayon yung axis of bending natin. Ang moment natin pag ganito, no? So, ibig sabihin, yung C natin ito. Kasi ito yung corner eh. Yan yung A eh. So, ibig sabihin, yung C natin ito. Yan yung CY. Which is, di ba, ito ay 2 meters by 3 meters. So, ibig sabihin, yung CY natin would be 1 meter. 1 over, okay, ano yung moment of inertia? So, tandaan nyo, ang formula lang naman natin ng moment of inertia kapag rectangle ay BH cube over 12. Ang naka-cube doon palagi is yung dimension na perpendicular sa axis of bending. Ito yung axis of bending natin, so ito dapat yung naka-cube. Tapos ito yung hindi naka-cube. No? Yun yung tatandaan natin. So, 3 times 2 cube over 12. Okay? Minus, punta naman tayo sa bending or moment about y-axis. Ito ay 2 meters pa rin, ito ay 3 meters pa rin, pero ito na yung axis of rotation natin. So, ito ngayon yung moment natin about x. So, ito yung corner na hinahanapan natin ng stress. So, this time, yung C natin, isusukatin natin mula sa neutral axis papunta dun sa point. So, Cx natin should be 1.5. Okay? So, we have, ilan to? So, baba ko lang to, medyo napataas. Ayan. Okay, so ilan to? So magiging ang moment natin about x about y is 250, no? Okay, so 250. 250 times 1.5 over this time, ito yung axis of bending natin. So ito dapat yung naka-cube. Ito dapat yung hindi naka-cube. So we have 2 times 3 cube over 12. Okay? And from here, we should be able to calculate for the stress at A, which is we are expecting na yan din yung maximum stress. So, hindi ko na lang lalagay negative kasi lahat naman sila ay mag-a-add. So, para lang mabilis. 150, hindi ko na lalagay yung 1. 3 times 2 cube over 12. And then, we have 250 times 1.5 over 2 times 3 cube over 12. Okay, and that gives us 325 kilopascals. So this is already our maximum stress ng soil, no? Or Qmax. Yung iba ginagamit Q. Pero parang same lang 'yon. Okay? So 325. Next, calculate the minimum. So ang minimum naman is baliktad lang nung analysis natin kanina. Okay? Once again, itong P na to, compression pa rin 'yan. No? Pero hahanapin natin ngayon yung corner kung saan merong tension, no? Kasi ibig sabihin kapag may tension, magpa-plus ito. So mababawas 'yun dun sa compression. Okay? At dahil doon liliit yung soil stress. So nasaan na corner 'yon? So kung i-analyze mo for bending with respect to x, ito yung tension side. For bending with respect to y, ito yung tension side. So ibig sabihin yung common sa kanila itong corner na to. At yung pinakamalayong corner, yun yung pinaka-intense yung tension due to the bending moment. So therefore, itong corner naman na to, yung i-analyze natin, no? Dito naman minimum yung stress, no? Or yung compression. Kasi tension side yan pag bending, no? So tawagin natin na corner B. Okay, so this time, Number 2, kumpitin lang natin yung stress sa corner B. Okay, actually, ito lang din lahat yun. Gagawin lang natin itong plus. No? So, negative 1,000 over 2 times 3 plus, kasi tension na tayo dun sa B. And then plus ulit, kasi tension na rin ito dun sa B. Okay, and the answer here will be our minimum stress. Okay, so gawin ko na lang itong negative. So that gives us negative 8.33, that is under compression. So nga pala negative ito, no? Kasi ibig sabihin lang ng compression. Okay, so ito rin negative 8.33 kilopascals. Again, ang ibig sabihin lang nito ay compression. So ito ngayon yung minimum stress ng soil. Okay? Next, calculate the required soil bearing capacity. So ano daw yung required na soil bearing capacity? So for number 3, syempre, yung required na bearings soil bearing capacity. Okay, is yung strength ng soil na kakayanin niya lahat ng stress na kaya na ita-transfer sa kanya nung footing, no? Pero hindi lang nung footing kasi kailangan din kasi dito sa computation natin, no? Take note, ito mga to is mga applied. Kaya nga tinawag na net. Pag sinabing net, ibig sabihin yan yung soil pressure dahil lang dun sa in-apply na force doon sa footing. Pero di ba, etong mismong footing na to, meron din siyang bigat, no? Meron din siyang bigat yung mismong footing. Weight of the footing. Okay? Tapos, maliban dun, meron ding bigat etong soil na nasa ibabaw. Okay? Weight of overburdened soil. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, isasama natin yun dun sa computation. Pag sinabi natin na what is the required soil bearing capacity, ibig sabihin dito, ang tinatanong sa atin is actually gross soil bearing capacity. Okay? So, in short, yung sagot natin sa maximum, which is 325, dadagdagan lang natin, kasi ito, again, galing lang ito dun sa mga loads eh. Dadagdagan lang natin yan nung bigat mismo nung footing at saka yung bigat nung soil na nakapatong doon sa ibabaw ng footing. Okay? So, paano kumpitin yun? O, di ba may unit weight naman. So, if you remember, gamma times depth lang yan, no? So, ang depth nito ay 1.5 according to the problem. Tapos, ito naman ay 600 millimeters or 0.6 meter. So, i-add lang natin yan. So, number 3, yung gross soil bearing requirement would be yung 325 kilopascals plus, okay, para dun sa overburden soil, ang unit weight ay 17 o di gamma H. 17 times 1.5 plus yung sa concrete naman 24 times H, which is 0.6. So meaning this is our required soil bearing capacity. 325 plus 17 times 1.5 plus 24 times 0.6. That gives us 364.9 kilopascal. So ito ngayon yung required natin na gross soil bearing capacity na kung saan yan yung i-compare natin dun sa allowable soil pressure. Okay? Which is hindi naman yung tinatanong. So that means letter D lang yung sagot natin. Okay? 364.9. Alright? So, that's how we solve this problem. So, thank you all for watching and hopefully, merong natutunan dito sa problem na to. So, browse nyo rin yung ibang mga video natin sa series or playlist na ito. And subscribe for more videos to come in the future. So, see you on the next one.